Chip, did you feel that you guys got too conservative and just tried to hold on to the lead instead of extending it?
Yeah, that's on me as the play caller, but I just really wasn't confident. You lost Vance, you lost Torrey. You got 2 new guys in there in the offensive line, making sure we were good with protections. They were bringing a lot of zero blitzes, got to get the ball out quick, make sure we got the guys picked up. So, but yeah, that's on me.
Do you agree with that? Do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Chip, what about your decision to go for it there on 4th and 1?
We were outside of, Phil needed it inside the 34. We were as close as possible. I didn't want to punt in that situation. I didn't want to give the ball back to them. I thought with the yard that we had a shot. The way Carlos was running, that was the one thing that was moving for us offensively, was Carlos running the ball. So hopefully we could get a conversion there. Just because it was a little bit outside of Phil's range. We had already missed 2 on the day, so my call.
Coach, why does your team not perform as well in the second half as it does in the first? It's a pattern.
Yeah, I think today we had some injuries up front. Obviously losing Danny, who's kind of the rock-solid guy in the middle that takes care of things. And then we had already shuffled the line, and then you lost Vance. Really kind of the guy that we usually try to get in the one-on-one matchups at the tight end spot. But, we started off, I think specifically in the first drive of the second half, we had a big drop right to start to, get a guy open, hit him. Cap does a good job, puts the ball on him, hits him, and then we're kind of behind, and then we're scrambling from there a little bit. And obviously they're loading the box just because we're not able to
Yeah, but my
in that
point
situation.
is not just this game.
I was answering your question if you want me to finish.
I'm sorry. Okay, please.
Okay, and I was just explaining what went on in the beginning of the third quarter. So with those guys out, they were loading the box, so we were trying to run the ball a little bit, obviously, to take some pressure off of the receivers and the offensive line. So that's kind of where we were in that situation.
May I go now?
Sure.
My question was more extensive than that.
Mm-hmm.
It was not only today, but you've now lost 12 in a row, and it seems you don't perform generally as well in the second half on offense or defense as the first. And I wonder if you have a theory about that.
No, I look at it game to game, so I would look at this game. I'll give you specifically what happened in this game, so I know exactly what happened in this game.
Did the first half look like you expected the offense to look the whole season?
No, we didn't think we could. I was really, to be honest with you, a little bit surprised at how well we ran the ball. They were the 4th best rush defense coming in. But there are a couple of things we tried to do scheme-wise to take advantage of some of the things they were doing, and they popped. And I don't know what Carlos had. I think he had 7 carries. There was over 100 yards on those. So we had the long runs. When they commit that many people to the line of scrimmage, if the ball does get through to the second level, there's a chance for it to pop, and that's what he did. I thought he ran well in those situations, and that's what we were trying to scheme up a little bit in the run game. So,
Chip, were you disappointed with your defense's tackling today?
well, I think they got worn down. They were on the field too much because our offense couldn't sustain and stay on the field. So I think that's kind of a byproduct of it, to be honest with you.
Do you think there was anything else besides the injuries that really kind of hindered your wanting to be, how should I say, aggressive in the second half?
Well, again, I think that's part of it when you're making decisions on where you're trying to throw the ball and who's going to be able to get open, and they're rushing and bringing as many guys as they can and going to play zero coverage behind it. Then who do we have an opportunity to get open here and give ourselves an out, to get that. We had one earlier, but they put Revis inside. We tried to throw the slant route. He made a nice play on QP and made a good play on the ball. So, you're trying to look at the matchups and see who you can get in the one-on-one situations, and we get an opportunity to get open.
Chip, there's a report this morning that Trent Baalke is likely to be fired. Just given the way the season has gone, do you have confidence that you and Trent are the right team moving forward for this team?
Yeah, I have tremendous confidence in Trent, so I've not heard anything about that. So.
Pass rush has been kind of an issue for the last few games. We need a better pass rush.
Yeah, I thought Buck, specifically, I thought DeForest did a really nice job in there. We did some things on the edge to kind of free some guys up, and I thought Jimmy put those guys in position to make some plays, and some guys did, trying to get after a young quarterback in Petty, but I thought our rush was better than it has been in the past.
Was it more a scheme difference, or was it more?
I think it was both. I think it was performance. I thought obviously DeForest played a really good game, and I thought there were some of the things our defensive coaches did to free some guys up that really helped in that situation.
Take a look at the second half of the performances game to game. Some people would say the pattern has been a lack of effective second half halftime adjustments. Would you say that's fair?
No, I wouldn't say that's fair.
You did say that it was on you, the play calling in the second half. Implies you would do it differently if you had to do it over again?
Well, I think when we go back and look at the film, you can always second guess yourself, and that's what I think we always do is second guess yourself. Just like the last call of the game, as I told the guys, that one's on me. It's my responsibility. I made the call for us to go for it with the ball on the 36-yard line, 4th and 1, and we didn't get it. So I made the wrong decision in that situation. So that's all on me.
Not on the blockers or the execution?
Well, I mean, my job is to make sure I know if our players can execute, and obviously we didn't, so that's on me. I made the wrong call.
Chip, you mentioned how much your defense is on the field. They had the ball for 42 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, was part of the thinking on 4th down, I don't want to give them the ball.
Yeah, I was a little concerned about putting our defense back out on the field in that situation, and obviously in the overtime rules, you kick a field goal, there's an opportunity to the other team to go back out there and match it. So, if you could, we could take a little bit of pressure off of them by converting offensively. We didn't take any pressure off our defense in the second half because of the 3 and outs. I think we had a 3 and out, then a 6 and out, then a 3 and out. We weren't helping our defense at all on the offensive side of the ball, and I thought we were that close, and we're going to be that close and down that far in that you got a shot, and then you get a first down there, and at least you got the ball into field goal range where we can work the clock a little bit longer in that situation to give our defense a chance to rest. So.
All right, thanks, Coach. We'll bring Captain here.